And welcome back to Joslin's Karate here on Concession Street in Hamilton. With us, Rick Joslin, former heavyweight champion.
That's right, correct.
You look very good for a heavyweight kind of guy.
Well, I've lost a few pounds over the last few years. So.
But you've got a great class in behind us. As the pounds go, the classes, of course, go up in size. Today, women's self-defense. How popular has that been in the past few years here at Joslin's Karate?
We've probably gone through 200 or 300 ladies through our programs, and it has become very, very popular for the girls to learn how to work on ground self-defense, to get out of different headlock positions, and it gives them a lot of confidence. Working on conditioning has been a big aspect in the club also.
And as you say, conditioning is great, but that self-confidence in the event that they are attacked, that they know they may have a weapon or two without having a physical weapon to come out and perhaps defend themselves, and in many cases even save their lives.
Exactly. Well, what we do here is we work in a grappling position for wrestling, so the girls get actually in control of the situation at all times and work into a position of submission to their opponent. So it's not a question of, I could have had you, I would have had you. They're going to choke that guy out, or they're going to make him tap out because his shoulder's going to break. So the girls are learning a reality that you're not going to do one technique, but maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 before they can finalize and complete their holds.
Let's see how the class is doing. I guess we've got Nick Garbett, by the way, one of the other Dutch masters on camera today. He could use some help. His wife will knock him all around the place. Let's go over here, Nick. We can take a look at some of the class. Rick, we'll move on just out of Nick's way and tell us exactly what is going on here, because I think the women holding the upper edge. Now, regardless of size, I mean, there's some small women here. Are they capable of breaking the shoulder of a guy perhaps who's 6'4", 220 pounds?
Depending on the technique themselves and the much leverage that they get on their opponents. So the more practice that they get into the techniques, then yes, it becomes more realistic to be able to do and subdue and break shoulders and put a person into submission much easier. So a lot of the takedowns are used in a guard position where they get a little bit more leverage, and the thing is to have that technique is the most important thing. Weight does have some differences in where a person was 140 pounds would be harder to control somebody 240, but you can control usually around 30 or 40 or 50 pounds quite comfortably with very little skill development.
Grappling here in jiu-jitsu, is this any better than perhaps judo, karate? Maybe inform we, the lay public who don't know the difference from one sport to the next.
Well, what it is I try not to compare them so much in that aspect, but more on the element that this is submission and it's a complete hold or complete choke. So it's not a question of would the kick have hurt or could the kick have hurt. The idea is that the hold is doing its job. Like kickboxing, the reality is in the contact of the punch. So it's not could that punch have hit him. The punch does hit him in kickboxing. And in grappling, the choke does do a completion. That arm lock is a submission hold. So it's a complete self-defense system in the sense that it's not going to I could have had you, I would have had you type of attitude.
Vast range of belts, a white belt, of course, being the novice, black belt, top of the heap. What is the progress and time level needed to go from a white belt to a black belt, and can you defend yourself anywhere in between those two belts?
Yes, I think right at the beginning stages when a person learns the basic techniques, even a white belt or a yellow belt could do much, much more proficiently in self-defense situation had need be. But as they develop their skills, the proficiency goes white, yellow, orange, green, blue, brown, and black. And of course, as time goes, you get a little more proficient and a little stronger and a little more confidence. The black belt level is the most proficient level, and that would take probably from 5 to 7 years to complete.
Incredible amount of time needed, but as mentioned, it could save your life at some time, and as well as doing this, you're going to stay in great shape. For those interested perhaps in coming up here to Joslin Karate and taking part, what do they have to do? Well, basically, they can come in and watch a class at any time, and they might be interested in many of our disciplines. We teach karate, we teach kickboxing, we teach special weapons classes, we teach grappling in the jiu-jitsu form. So we do many, many different aspects of martial arts training, and it gives them a good all-around attitude development, where a person might start off with kickboxing and say, geez, I think that grappling's awesome. Or a person might say, well, I really want just kickboxing and find it's a little bit too much contact, but they really love the karate aspect. We have specialized classes in karate, kata, weapons, everything for competition. So there's something there for someone to motivate them to do a little bit more physical exercise. She just slapped him. That's not fair. And by the way, pajamas are supplied. Yes, we do supply the pajamas, heavy duty. Okay, that is it from Joslin's Karate. We'll be back in 10 minutes' time. I think I'm going to give it a try. Oh, excellent. We'd love to show you a couple fast techniques. And we're going to answer a question, by the way, those Nana Muscuri tickets, I think, not up for grabs. We will have the answer anyway. Rick, thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming into the ring, so be prepared. The News at Noon will continue in just a moment. Oh. See you then.